We've all been there. You're in a tough situation, you want to try and find a way out of working or helping someone, or maybe you're just trying to be nice. Almost instinctively, you start brewing up falsehoods in your head that could possibly improve your situation. We all lie. And more importantly, we all get lied to just as often. My name is Brett Norris, and today I'm going to talk about the physical effects that lying has on the brain and the body. As humans, lying is in our nature. Young children begin to develop the ability to lie around the age of 2. Our cognitive ability allows us to alter situations in our head for our own benefit. And sometimes, without really thinking about it, we just say them out loud. Because lying is such a common phenomenon to humans, there are researchers and professionals who have dedicated their entire careers to understanding deception and why people do it so often. Although I'm not one of them, we should all be able to know when we're being lied to, right? Today I'm going to talk about some of the research that I've found. Beginning with what we can't see. Much analysis has been done to look at the activity in our brains that occurs while lying. And by mapping out the blood flow to different areas of the brain, it's been shown that 3 areas see more increased activity during lying. The prefrontal cortex, which controls our cognitive ability and our intellect. The temporal lobe, which controls our ability to create imagery in our head. And the amygdala. The amygdala is what gives us that sad, anxious feeling after we know we've just told somebody a lie. For most people, all this extra activity going on in the brain will subconsciously lead to body movements and behaviors that are difficult to control. Just as it is important in this class when listening to a presentation, body language can be very indicative of what is really going on when someone is trying to speak. This is where lying can be detectable. In a 2015 study done at the University of Michigan, researchers analyzed hundreds of videotapes of people testifying in a court of law. Some of these people were lying, and some of these people were telling the truth. By analyzing what the liars were doing compared to the people that were telling the truth, these researchers were able to declare 5 things that you should look at when you suspect that you may be being lied to. Number 1 is the hands. It was commonly found that liars tend to hide their hands while they're speaking by putting them under the table, maybe putting them in their pockets. Also, interestingly enough, it was shown that liars tend to make gestures after they say a comment, as opposed to before or during the statement. One more thing that they found with the hands is that liars tend to make gestures with both hands at the same time, rather than just one. Number 2 is the body. People that were lying tended to fidget, rock around, itch themselves, shift their weight constantly from one way to another, more than usual. These often showed signs of nerves, or that there was much more going on than what they were truly saying. Number 3 was the eyes. Constant or rapid eye movement is a sign of panic, and it was shown much among the people that were telling lies rather than truths. Also, particularly in people that do not tell lies very often, avoiding eye contact was a sign of shame in what they were telling you. Number 4 was the tone of their voice. Research shows that due to the extra stress of the situation or the extra brain activity that is going on during lying, the vocal cords can tighten up subconsciously, and this will lead to a higher tone of voice. Number 5 is the constant use of filler words or slip-ups while speaking. We've all seen it before, and it can be a mechanism of the brain buying time when it does not know what to say next, or if it's not truly confident in the story that it's saying. To relate this presentation to what I've learned in Journalism 150 this semester, the effects of lying on the brain and the body are a lot similar to the effects of someone who is nervous while public speaking, or who is unprepared for their presentation. We've all seen more than a few presentations this semester where the presenter was not exactly calm and collected. While the main goal of this class is to become better presenters ourselves, one key takeaway is that we've seen what people look like when they're unprepared for a presentation and when they're nervous. And when it comes to telling the truth, there's no reason people should be unprepared or nervous, because it's the truth and it happened. In this presentation, I've told you about the physical effects that lying has on the brain and the body, and how these effects can be very similar to what we have seen when someone is nervous while public speaking. Finding ourselves on either side of a lie is in our human nature, and it most likely happens to us very often. I hope that what you have learned in this presentation will help you detect when you're in a situation where lying may be happening. Thank you.